While cruise lines expertly showcase their gleaming attractions and endless amenities, there's another side to life at sea that rarely makes it into the glossy brochures or promotional videos. This comprehensive exploration delves into these lesser-discussed realities of cruise travel. Maritime crime, when paradise meets reality. The floating city analogy proves particularly apt when considering shipboard crime. According to the Department of Transportation's latest reports, major cruise lines documented 137 serious crimes in 2024, but this figure merely scratches the surface. The FBI estimates that roughly 12% of cruise ship crimes go unreported, creating a gray zone of criminal activity that exists between jurisdictions. The complexities of maritime law create unique challenges. When a crime occurs in international waters, jurisdiction becomes a labyrinth of legal complexities. A theft in Bahamian waters falls under local authority, while an incident 12 nautical miles offshore enters international jurisdiction. This jurisdictional maze often results in cases effectively disappearing once ships depart port. Recent studies indicate that only 17% of reported cruise ship thefts result in recovery of stolen items or prosecution of perpetrators. Sexual assaults remain particularly concerning, with 2024 seeing 82 reported cases across major cruise lines. Security experts attribute this partly to the vacation mentality, combining with alcohol consumption and the false sense of safety many passengers feel aboard ships. Cruise lines have responded by increasing security camera coverage, now averaging 1 camera for every 20 passengers and implementing AI-driven behavior monitoring systems. The abandoned traveler syndrome. Missing your ship transforms from anxious nightmare to costly reality for approximately 1,850 passengers annually. The financial impact proves staggering, with passengers spending an average of $2,000 to $3,000 to catch up with their ship at the next port. This figure can soar in remote locations or during peak travel seasons. The most recent data reveals fascinating patterns in these incidents. Time zone confusion leads the way, causing 32% of cases, particularly in ports that span multiple time zones like those in Alaska or transatlantic routes. Excursion delays account for 28%, often due to independent tour operators not maintaining strict ship schedules. The remaining incidents stem from poor planning, 25%, and various emergencies, 15%. Tender ports present unique challenges. These ports, where ships anchor offshore and use smaller boats for passenger transfer, see 40% higher rates of passengers missing their ship. The complex logistics of tender operations combined with weather dependencies create additional risk factors. Popular tender ports like Great Stirrup Cay and Princess Cays report the highest instances of stranded passengers. The fluid nature of itineraries. Port cancellations impact cruising more frequently than most realize. In 2024, major cruise lines skipped 2,147 ports, affecting roughly 15% of all itineraries. Weather remains the primary culprit, causing 65% of cancellations, with particular impact during hurricane season. The Caribbean region experiences the highest rate of weather-related cancellations, with September cruises facing a 22% chance of itinerary modification. Medical emergencies also force itinerary changes more often than commonly known. In 2024, approximately 175 cruise ship diversions occurred due to medical emergencies, each costing the cruise line an average of $100,000 in fuel and port fees. Despite these significant costs, cruise lines maintain this practice as part of their duty of care to passengers. Mechanical realities of floating cities. The mechanical complexity of modern cruise ships creates inevitable vulnerabilities. In 2024, major cruise lines reported 127 significant mechanical incidents, ranging from propulsion issues to complete power losses. These technical challenges, as cruise lines euphemistically term them, affected approximately 200,000 passengers. The industry's aging fleet contributes to these issues. Ships averaging 15 years in service experience 60% more mechanical problems than newer vessels. The most serious incidents, termed dead ship situations where vessels lose both power and propulsion, occurred 8 times in 2024. These situations can strand thousands at sea, sometimes for days, as witnessed during several high-profile incidents. The most common mechanical issues involve propulsion systems, 40% of cases, followed by electrical systems, 30%, and water treatment facilities, 20%. Modern cruise ships now carry redundant systems for critical functions, but this redundancy itself adds complexity and potential failure points. The unregulated waters of shipboard gaming. Cruise ship casinos operate in a unique regulatory environment, or more accurately, a lack thereof. Operating in international waters places them beyond standard gaming oversight, leading to interesting statistical variations from land-based casinos. Analysis reveals that cruise ship slot machines typically offer a return-to-player rate of 85 to 87%, notably lower than Las Vegas's typical 90 to 95%. Blackjack tables often employ 8-deck shoes rather than the standard 6-deck configuration, subtly increasing house advantage. The house edge in cruise ship blackjack averages 0.65% compared to 0.5% in regulated land-based casinos. Despite these differences, cruise ship casinos generate approximately $2 billion annually in revenue, representing a significant portion of onboard spending. The mortality factor. Death at sea remains an unavoidable reality of cruise operations. Modern cruise ships maintain sophisticated morgue facilities, typically accommodating 6 to 12 bodies on larger vessels. These facilities represent a necessary response to the statistical reality that approximately 200 people die on cruise ships annually. Heart attacks lead causes of death at sea, 45%, followed by natural causes, 22%, accidents, 18%, and overboard incidents, 15%. Ships carry specialized body bags designed for maritime use and maintain detailed protocols for death certificates in international waters. The mortality rate on cruises approximates 0.003% per voyage, comparable to land-based statistics for similar age demographics. The sanitation challenge. Managing sanitation for thousands of passengers presents monumental challenges. The CDC's vessel sanitation program conducts surprise inspections, with scores under 85 considered failing. In 2024, 8% of inspected ships failed their initial inspection, though most quickly addressed deficiencies and passed follow-up inspections. Modern cruise ships process staggering quantities of materials daily. A ship carrying 6,000 passengers typically handles 110,000 pounds of food, generates 50,000 gallons of sewage, and uses 260,000 gallons of fresh water daily. These volumes create significant sanitation challenges, requiring sophisticated waste management systems and rigorous cleaning protocols. The invisible enemy. Disease outbreaks. Norovirus remains the most significant health concern aboard cruise ships, with 2024 seeing 12 major outbreaks affecting over 2,800 passengers. The virus's ability to spread rapidly in closed environments presents unique challenges, potentially affecting 15% of passengers within 48 hours of the first case. Modern ships employ increasingly sophisticated containment measures. Electrostatic sprayers distribute disinfectant in public areas, while UVC light systems sanitize surfaces continuously. These technologies, combined with strict quarantine protocols, have reduced outbreak risks by approximately 60% compared to a decade ago. The overboard reality. While relatively rare overboard incidents continue occurring with sobering regularity. In 2024, 23 overboard incidents were reported across major cruise lines. Analysis reveals a complex pattern of causation, with intentional acts or suicide attempts accounting for 45% of cases, alcohol-related accidents 35%, mental health episodes 15%, and genuine accidents just 5%. Modern cruise ships employ sophisticated man-overboard detection systems using thermal cameras and AI analysis, providing immediate alerts with 97% accuracy. These systems, costing approximately $500,000 per ship, represent a significant investment in passenger safety. The security imperative. Cruise lines face evolving security challenges in an increasingly complex world. In 2024, the industry received approximately 300 bomb threats, though none proved credible. Modern cruise ships employ extensive security measures rivaling airports in sophistication. AI-powered facial recognition systems now scan all passengers and crew continuously, comparing against international security databases. The average large cruise ship employs 30 to 40 dedicated security personnel and maintains sophisticated command centers monitoring hundreds of security cameras 24/7. These security operations centers process approximately 10,000 hours of video footage daily per ship. Looking ahead to 2025 and beyond, the cruise industry continues investing heavily in addressing these challenges. Major cruise lines have committed over $2 billion to safety and security improvements over the next 5 years. These investments include enhanced satellite-based tracking systems, improved medical facilities capable of handling more serious conditions, and advanced waste treatment systems. While these aspects of cruising might seem daunting, they represent a small fraction of cruise experiences. With millions of passengers cruising annually, serious incidents remain statistically rare. Modern cruise ships often exceed land-based safety standards, employing sophisticated technology and protocols to manage potential risks. Understanding these realities enables passengers to make informed decisions and take appropriate precautions while cruising. Rather than deterring travel, this knowledge contributes to safer, more prepared, and ultimately more enjoyable cruise experiences. As the industry continues to grow and evolve, transparency about these challenges helps drive continuous improvement in safety, security, and passenger care.